The government shutdown slows down BEAD activity at NTIA. Department of Energy issues an RFP to build a major AI data center on the Savannah River site. ISP Brightspeed files lawsuit against the city of Bristol, Tennessee. And New York's Connect All awards more than $15 million for broadband infrastructure. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. With the government shutdown still in place as of this moment, more than 8,000 of the 43,000 employees in the Department of Commerce are actually still at work. Included in that number, many working on BEAD at the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, since that program isn't financed by annual appropriations from Congress. Also on that list, the Middle Mile Program, Travel Broadband Connectivity Program, Broadband Infrastructure Program, along with the Connecting Minority Communities Program. NTIA will continue to perform what are considered to be critical activities. How is the FCC affected by the federal shutdown? Filing deadlines for the commission are extended to the next business day following whenever normal operations resume. Extensions do not apply to enforcement matters. The FCC's informal 180-day clock to review transactions has been suspended. Elsewhere, the Savannah River site in South Carolina expected to have up to 450 acres designated for a major data center project, and the U.S. Department of Energy has issued an RFP looking for companies to build and manage the facility. That will include new energy generation. The Savannah River site was established back in the 1950s to produce materials for nuclear weapons such as tritium and plutonium-239. Earlier this week, DOE issued another RFP for a similar data center project to be built in the Oak Ridge Reservation in Tennessee. And speaking of Tennessee, the city of Bristol, Tennessee, has been sued by internet provider Brightspeed over right-of-way fees. That from a report by Tri-Cities television station WCYB. The lawsuit alleges that the city proposed charging Brightspeed $442,000 per year in access fees to install an upgraded broadband network. The lawsuit further alleges that the fees were applied on a discriminatory basis and violate state and federal laws. $15.5 million in broadband infrastructure and mobile service funding awarded in New York State. $10 million coming via the Connect All Municipal Infrastructure Program and Affordable Housing Connectivity Program. Initiatives will be in Binghamton and Allegheny County. Also, more than $5 million awarded to 4 projects in the Connectivity Innovation Program. Otsego, Schenectady, Warren, and Nassau counties will benefit there. OpenAI and SoftBank this week announcing plans for 5 new data centers to be part of the Stargate infrastructure project. That brings the total of committed funds to better than $400 billion. 2 data centers in Texas, 1 in Ohio, 1 in New Mexico, and another somewhere in the Midwest. During the recent United Nations General Assembly in New York, the U.S. Secret Service dismantled a massive hidden telecom network capable of jamming 911 calls and crippling cell towers. More than 300 SIM servers packed with over 100,000 SIM cards were deployed at numerous sites around the metropolitan New York region. The servers functioned like banks of mock cell phones with the ability to generate mass calls and texts, which would overwhelm local networks. On the programming front, CNN shutting down its 24/7 offering on HBO Max effective on November 17th. That move was made to coincide with the launch of its standalone streaming service. And finally, if you've missed the old NBC Sports Network, well, it's coming back. It's part of a long-term agreement between NBC Universal and Google that involves YouTube, YouTube TV, Peacock, Universal Pictures, Home Entertainment, and NBC Universal Global TV Distribution. NBC Sports Network was originally a pay TV channel that began as the Outdoor Live Network in 1995, then rebranded in 2012 after Comcast acquired NBC. I probably have some outdoor network gear somewhere around the house. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.